I just went through hell and back, like the worst week of my life, I think. I thought I was going to die. What's up, guys? It's your boy Drip here. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, alright? I just went through hell and back, like the worst week of my life, I think. Well, probably the second worst. I thought I was going to die. That's why I've been MIA for the past 2 weeks, because I haven't uploaded any progress on my weight loss journey and stuff, because about 2 weeks ago, it was a Thursday night, I believe. I was fine, woke up, went through my whole day pretty fine, and I went to the gym at night. So I went to the gym at around midnight, 1 in the morning. Yes, we're gonna do it by any means necessary. So as I got to the gym, I started working out. Then I started feeling a pain in my right hamstring, right? So I was like, all right, maybe it's sore from my previous leg day. So I was like, all right, no worry, But then as my workout progressed, I was doing back that night. But as my workout progressed, I started to notice myself limping a little bit in the gym. I was like, damn, like I'm training back. So it's like, what's up, So because of that, I even cut my workout short. So I just like, fuck it, sometime take a break, get back home. So I left the gym, I went back home. And then that's where my nightmare started. So pretty much the footage you're about to see now, it's the night that I went back home after the gym. I'm still in my gym workout. So I tried to get off the couch at that moment, and I felt that pain right there. So I was like, let me bring it back real quick. You see my face when I started to get up, then I felt it on the right side. I was like, oh, what the hell is that? So I got up and walked pretty fine, no biggie, right? So it started to get worse. So now the following morning, I'm on that same couch again, and I'm getting off the couch, and you see it gets a little slower at this point. You know what I mean? Like it's now my hamstring is really sore. See right there, getting up was a little hustle. You see I put my hand on it, I'm like, what the hell is this? Now I'm limping for real off the couch. So now I'm like, did I pull something? Like it happened overnight? Like, what is this? Because I was not training leg at this point. So I'm really lost and confused, right? So it progressed over the next couple of days. And then you see here, that's the second time I try to get up. And now that one was really, really hard. See right there? It takes me a second. I'm holding on to it. I don't know how to get up. See, I have my ice pack. Now you see my face. Look at this. Now I'm like, what's happening? Now I'm really confused. See, I couldn't even put my weight on it. And I have a high tolerance for pain. So at this moment, I was really confused. But I was like, you know what? Let me rest up, give it a moment, and it will go away, right? The following day, I usually am like that. I give it a night and everything should get better, right? But boy, was I wrong. It got worse. So now you see me on the following day, same couch, getting up again. Now I don't even want to get up. Like This is a thought process at this point. Like I'm killing time. I don't know what to do. Let's fast forward. See right there, and I can't even get straight up. So I have to lose my left hand to pull me up, turn around, so I don't put pressure on that right leg. Now I'm like, oh shit, I'm fucked. So in my head, I'm thinking like I tear my hamstring or something, but I'm like, see, look at my face. Like that's the pain right there. I could barely put my weight on it. No, look at this, look at this. You would think somebody did, never mind. Like, that was a struggle. So at that point, I'm really confused. I'm like, what's going on here? Like, I've never experienced this in my life without explanation. Usually when you're hurt, you see it for some reason, right? So now where I messed up, it's my son had a football game that morning and a basketball tournament same day. So basically he had a football game in the morning, then he had 2 back-to-back basketball games. And the games are pretty much 30-minute plus away from our home in South Florida, right? So, and the football game is about 10 minutes from my house. So I'm like, damn. So now my pain is on my hamstring, right? So sitting on it puts a lot of pain on me. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to this football game and see how I feel because it's close to the house. So sitting in the car was painful. But I'm like, all right, it's 10 minutes, you know, we got to the football game. I could barely stand, but actually standing was better than sitting. So I'm like, all right, I got through the football game. So then I asked him, yo, you want to make it to the basketball game? Because, you know what I mean, I'm in a little pain right now. And he's like, oh, it's up to you, daddy. So I'm like, all right. So I pull out my GPS and I see that the house is like 14 minutes away. And the basketball first game was 28 minutes away. And we got another time to kill in between. So I'm like, if I go home, I'm gonna drive 14 minutes and then another 30 to get to the game. That'll be 45 minutes of me sitting down. Instead, if I go straight to the game right now, I only have to do 28 minutes. I'm like, you know what? I'm a basketball coach, you know, my son is deep in the sports. I'm like, all right, let me go to the tournament. The biggest mistake I ever made. So I sat down in my car and I drove there for 30 minutes. That thing, I think, made it worse. So sitting on it for 30 minutes, it made it worse. So when I got to the game, I could barely walk at this point. So I had to find anything I could hold on to put as less weight as possible on my right leg. I could not sit down, and everybody that would see me could tell in my face that something was wrong. My boy was like, yo, what's going on? What's wrong? And I'm like, oh, I got a crazy pain in my leg. I can barely move. And now as the game progressed, I'm putting all my weight on the left leg. Now my left leg starting to get tired. Like that's how bad it was. So now I could not put too much pressure on the left because I could barely stand up because I'm 200 pounds. Yes, I went down 2 more pounds. Turn up. I'm 200 pounds on one leg. So now my knee, my left leg starting to get weak, right? So now I'm looking for anything to hold me down. Like I was basically, my face was white. Like I was holding down tears. That's how much pain I was. And now the second game of my son was at another gym. So now I put it on my iPhone. And I see that the next gym is 30 minutes away from where we at right now. So I'm like, oh my God, there's no way I can do that. And then the other gym is like 45 minutes away from my house to get back home. I'm like, there's no way. Now I'm starting to think like I'm gonna have to call an Uber. Like I was lost at this point. So now, I was I was crying on the inside. That's how bad it was. So now my boy Javi, which I coach his son and his, good people. Him and his wife Vinny, shout out to them. They saved me because I asked him like, bro, I need a favor. He's like, what? I'm like, can you drive my car? Because there's no way I can drive and put all that pressure on the right side, and I have to press the gas and the brake with the right leg. So I have to move that, and I'm like, there's no way I can do it. He saw the pain that I was. He was like, yo, I got you, bro. So now he drove my car so that I could get in the passenger seat and sit on my left side a little bit more so I can relieve the pressure on the right. And even that was painful, but that helped me a whole lot. So Javi, Vinny, thanks to you if you're watching. So my boy drove me to the second game. Like, it was painful, went through the game and whatnot, and then he drove me back home 45 minutes after. I got out of that car, I could not walk for none. Like, it was the worst thing I could have done this day. So now if you see here, I'm getting back home from the tournament. My son had to help me walk the couch. Like you see right now, he's holding my waist, like poor little guy. He's like 70 pounds wet. And he has to, well, he got number 24, that's Kobe right there. He had to help me get on the couch. I did not move from that couch that whole day pretty much. It was so bad, and my son, one of his friends inviting him to some monster truck stuff and over here. My son said, no, I don't want to go. I was like, what? You don't want to go have fun? Because he saw and how much pain I was. He didn't want to leave me alone. Like, I was shocked. Usually a kid is 9 years old. Usually he doesn't give two F about anything else but himself. But to see at that moment, he didn't want to leave his dad alone because it was only me and him in the house. He was in the city. So he's like, he said, I don't want to go. So I was like, no, it's okay. I'll be fine. You can go. I lied to him and stuff so that he went. So I don't, I don't stop his fun, right? He went, and when he got back home, he saw me on that same couch, dressed the same way, could not move. He was like, Daddy, did you eat? I'm like, no, like, I can't move. He FaceTimed his mom so that she could tell him how to make me food. My son made me chicken and waffle. My son don't cook except from putting a cereal bowl and milk. He does not cook. That kid made me dinner that night.
My son cooked for me for the first time.
Ah,
I love you. Thank you.
I had tears in my eyes because I was like, wow. He noticed and how much pain I was, and he took care of his dad. My son is a hero. So at that point, I started Googling, and I have an idea what caused it. Basically, 2 weeks prior, I played a basketball game and I went really hard. So at one point, I jumped for a layup and I landed on my right leg, and I kind of cringed my right side a little bit, and it put the pain in my back right here on the right side. And that inflated my disc because I've been dealing with some herniated disc for the past couple of years. And I guess over time, it got slowly worse. The inflammation got worse, and it created a sciatic nerve pain. So basically, start from your disc, and it shoots all the way to your leg. Sometimes it was almost like somebody was holding a knife in my leg and just stabbing it. Like a heartbeat. I don't know what it is to give birth, but if I could guess, that I was going through contractions real quick. Like they say that giving birth is the most painful thing after being burnt alive. I think the 31 I was feeling it. You know what I mean? Like that's how bad it was. It was just come out of nowhere, shooting pain, going all the way through my hamstring, sometimes going through my calf. Like it was insane. So right there, you can see after my son made me dinner, at one point I needed to go pee, right? So if you look the process for me to get up, I had to roll My 200-pound ass had to roll on the couch, pause, because that's how painful it was. Get up. Now I couldn't even put pressure on that right leg. Oh no, that's when my son brought me to dinner, actually. Look at him, shout out. Look at him, see? Holding his daddy's arm. My son was the GOAT, for real. I love this kid. That was the most painful thing I've experienced. It's to go to the bathroom. Insane. The following day, one of my a kid that I coach, his father brought me crutches. Yes, that's how crazy it was. I had to use crutches, and even that, look at this, it was a process to get up. Holding on to the crutches, it helped me put less weight on my right leg, but still, it was something. And now at this point, I'm going nuts looking for chiropractors, physical therapists, because I'm from Toronto, Canada, right? So in Toronto, I had a chiropractor. I had the best one on call, pretty much. I would see him on a weekly basis, even if nothing was wrong, just as a preventive measure, right? So when we get older, I recommend everybody find a chiropractor, all right? It's better to prevent than to heal. So what I would do with my chiropractor every week, I would go see him, adjust my back, crack my legs, any little pain that I feel. Most likely, as we get older, we're gonna feel the pain in our knees, in our shoulders, elbows, you know what I mean? That's where we're gonna have the most problems, right? So find a chiropractor, I recommend that, all right? Also, you guys know I do private coaching. I do one-on-one online coaching. So hit my Instagram at Drip Mack. Send me a DM and let's get you started, all right? It's no excuses. See what happened to me today? Imagine if I was not in shape. Imagine that, right? Like, that's how serious it was. That night, look at this. That night, I slept on the couch. So basically, I was able to find a special like hip and hamstring support that I wrap around my leg and hip and waist, and that gives me some release. So after I put a pillow under my right butt, pretty much, so as a cushion, and when I was sitting down on the couch, I was like, oh, this is not as painful. And guess what? I just stayed there, sat on the couch, and I slept there. Like, just like this. Actually, I put a little pillow on my head right here, and I stayed there on the couch that night. The next day, it was what, Monday? I went to a chiropractor ASAP, and chiropractor really helped me out. Shout out Dr. White. And it took about 2 days, and every day I got better. So I was putting ice 15 minutes on every hour on the clock for 50-minute ice. I bought a seat. It's a cushion. It's specifically for sciatic nerve. So it's a seat with a little hole for the spine to rest. And then I would sit on that on the couch, and on the bed I would put that under my bum and just lay down on my bed and put it on my car when I'm driving my son to school, and that alone made a whole difference. So now it's been over a week now since that happened, been like 9 days, and I'm pretty much back to normal. I can walk, I don't feel any pain on my hamstring, I'm good to go. I feel a little bit on my lower back right now, so today was my first day back in the gym after 3 weeks pretty much, because I hurt my back there, so I didn't go to the gym because of that, because it was really bad. And then I went through the sciatic nerve problem, so I haven't been in the gym for 3 weeks. So now tonight was my first day back, and boy, that was rough. So I had to, you can't jump right back where you left. You have to pretty much retrain yourself, readapt, get used to it again. Of course, I'm not going to lose muscle that quick, right? It takes a few weeks to lose muscle. You don't lose muscle overnight. People are always afraid of that. Even myself, I hate missing one day in the gym because I think, oh my God, I'm going to lose my progress. But it's not really how it works, but it's a mental thing, which I'm dealing with, of course. So I told myself I'm going to go as if I'm a rookie pretty much. So the weight, I have this app, JetFit, to track my weight and progress. So I dropped my weight more than 60, 70%. And I'm going slowly. So basically, I'm going to take it about 4 weeks of adjustment just to make sure that, you know, I build the strength back up and make sure that I don't flare my sciatic nerve again and go slowly back into it, you know what I mean? So if people are dealing with specific pain, that's an example why you need a coach. So today I did chest and tricep. So now if you notice, right now I'm not doing no free weights because free weights cause a lot of imbalances, right? Let's say I do bench press now. So now there's a lot of movement going on because I have to stabilize the bar with weights on top. When you use a machine, it's more control, right? So when you start training, I always recommend you use machines so that you get used to it first and you build your strength back up. So right now I'm using machine because it's more stable, so I can contract my core so I doesn't do a false move on my back, so I don't hurt myself even more. So now I did the machine chest press, machine incline chest press, low weight, a little higher reps, slow and control. Muscle have nothing to do with how much weight we lift. It's all about how much tension we put on the muscle. So that's why I pause at the bottom on every rep. I pause for a second or two, then I push back up so that I create more tension on the muscle so that I'm working even though I'm not lifting as heavy as I'm used to, right? So I did 3 exercises of chest and then I did another 2 exercises of triceps, you know what I mean? And then I added a shoulder press because I do push pull leg split. So shoulder press, that's a push as well. Every push is basically everything we push. Chest, we pushing. Shoulders, we pushing. And tricep, we pushing the weight down. So I did that today. I took it real easy, real nice, real slow, real demure. So yeah. So now you see me in the gym real quick. Get a little groove on right here. And that's that. Thank you for tuning in, man. Woo. First day back in the gym since my sciatic nerve. Woo. I've experienced a lot of pain in my life, but I think I can say that that was the worst week, pain-wise, of my life, man. Like, you have no ideas. Like, I was literally on my couch, tears in my eyes. Fuck tears, I was crying. And I'm not a crier. That's how bad it was, man. But hey, first day back in the gym, it's almost like I'm starting over, man. Can't go heavy, can't push myself too hard because I'm afraid now it's gonna be a mental block that I have to go through again. You know what I mean? Like 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. But we here, man. We pushing through. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and follow the journey. Drip.